Yo, white boy.
Be honest. You hate black people, don't you?
That would make your life so much easier, wouldn't it? For white people just to say that they hated you. Well, unfortunately for you, I don't. I just get aggravated with people like you who want to blame white people for all the things wrong in your life.
White people, do you know what gentrification is doing to black neighborhoods? Do you have any idea?
The same thing it does anywhere else. People come in and buy stuff, the stores, the apartments, they rebuild them and raise the rent. Same reason why when I first moved into where I live now, it was mostly white, now it's mostly Hispanic and black. Same reason why the arcade that used to be down the street is now a Spanish-owned deli. And it's the same reason why if I take the train for a few minutes, I don't know where I am anymore because everything's in Chinese.
Why is being a former drug dealer a bad thing, but being a former slave owner totally okay in white America?
The fuck? To be a former drug dealer, that means you could have sold drugs like a half hour ago. Whereas to be a former slave owner, you'd have to be going on like 150 years old now. What year are you living in?
Do you honestly think the structure of America is not based on racism?
Yes, I do. I believe America is mostly built on freedom and greed. Or freedom to be greedy.
Do you really think you discovered America? Do you really think it's yours?
I mean, how many countries were actually discovered that didn't already have somebody else living there? And how many established countries today weren't taken by the sword at some point? Where is it being taught that only America was taken from its original inhabitants, and that only white tribes invaded and conquered things? By this logic, nothing belongs to anyone, and everyone should return to their point of origin, wherever that is.
When I'm upset, I'm an angry black man.
Or black woman?
But when you're upset, you're just upset. Aren't you an angry white man?
No, I'm a confused white man. Confused as to why people who don't like to be generalized keep generalizing other people.
Why isn't racism illegal?
I'm assuming you're asking this with the idea that only white people could be racist. Otherwise, I could point out a few non-white people that would have to go to jail for being racist. You think you're being oppressed now, wait till you give the government the power to put you in jail just for something that you thought or said. Whether the idea be stupid or intelligent, it's still your right to think it.
Why is gaining the black vote so important, but mass incarceration against black people isn't?
Mass incarceration is a problem. Not just for black people, for everyone. When people are serving 22 years in prison just for having some pot on them, it's a problem. When people are spending years upon years in prison only for evidence to come out years later proving their innocence, it's a problem. Our system isn't perfect. But you know there is another way to stay out of jail. You ready? Don't commit crimes. This idea that people are just walking down the street peacefully and then the cops just grab them up and throw them in a prison cell, a little bit ridiculous.
Why are all of y'all afraid of black people? I don't want your purse. I just want the same pay rate.
Are you implying that you're getting paid less simply because you're black? If so, you should report that because that's illegal. Now, I've hung out with plenty of black kids growing up who felt uncomfortable in majority white neighborhoods. Does that mean that they're afraid of white people? Or just that people feel uneasy when they're in an area or around people that they're not familiar with?
What are you going to do about systematic racism?
Who, me?
I mean, you.
Oh, okay, good. Thought I was gonna have to comment on something that no longer exists.
Why must you own all the media outlets? I mean, could we at least have BET back?
Well, I don't own it, but sure, just have Robert Johnson give back all the money he made for selling it. It's funny how you're mad at the white man for buying it, but not the black man for selling it. Damn white devil, making a black man filthy rich.
Why does every race qualify for reparations except black people?
That's not up to me. Personally, I'm not going to pay for something that I was never a part of and that you were never a victim of.
A long time ago, really not that long ago, you guys prevented black people from learning how to read and write. But why did you let them keep the Bible?
Probably for the same reason they tried teaching Christianity to the natives. They thought of it as saving the savages.
White people, historically, you've never liked black people. But why have you always accepted black people's money?
It's like even he knew that was a stupid-ass question. There have been times where racist people try to refuse your money. And you get mad at that too, which is why that's illegal. I say make it legal, because with these laws, you're basically forcing these racist people to take your money, and in doing so keeping their businesses up and running.
What does colonization mean to you?
A large-scale immigration of people to a new location in which they spread their culture and ideas.
You do know crack and cocaine are both drugs, right? Can you find out why Bill Clinton thinks one should carry a harsher sentence than the other?
Your questions are becoming very telling. First with the former drug dealer, then with the mass incarceration, now with this crack cocaine question. Did you used to sell drugs? Anyway, personally, I feel they should be more lenient in sentencing when it comes to drug charges. However, through my personal experience, when I've seen what it's done to family members and family members of other people, kinda scary thinking of things like that to be legal. Now, I know just because something's legal doesn't mean everybody's gonna do it, but when I see a 6-year-old have to help their mother get around because she's all doped up, kinda makes you think that there should be some punishment.
Now this one is for Flint. When are you gonna arrest Governor Snyder?
It's odd to me that just because I'm white you think I have the authority to just throw somebody in jail. But yes, him and anyone else responsible should be put in prison. But that's not up to me.
So when we talk about slavery, why are you uncomfortable? It's part of American history.
That's cute, that you want to make it seem like it's just a casual conversation about slavery, when in reality, you expect me as a white man to just agree with anything you say on the matter, even if it turns out not to be true, because if I disagree with you, you call me a racist.
Why do you want to adopt the fun part of black culture, but not the true lifestyle of black Americans?
Another stupid question. Why would anybody want to adopt the bad side of anything? That's like me saying you want to adopt the rich lifestyle you think all white people have, but not the hard work that goes along with it.
I gotta know, why do you wear shorts in the wintertime?
Why do you wear hoodies in the summertime? Kidding. I know not all black people do that. Just like me personally, I don't like wearing shorts. I don't wear them in the summertime or the wintertime. Which is probably why my legs are so fucking white.